Here we go. All right, guys, this morning I'm going to be giving a lesson on how to make your own color wheel. A color wheel is something that we use in art that shows us the relationships between colors. The relationships between colors. So one of the things that's important to know are the names primary colors and secondary colors. So just try to remember those words in your mind for now, and we'll come back to what those are a little bit later. All right, so this is what the final thing is going to look like, but how do we get there? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. Let me show you the materials I have today. Of course, I have a piece of paper, something to do my work on, and I have these cardboard cutouts in the shape of a circle and a triangle. These are really optional. You don't need them, but I wanted to use them this morning to show you something cool that helps us to make our color wheel. So I have these, they're optional at home. I have a pen. I would probably recommend a writing pencil at home, but you can't really see writing pencil on the camera, so that's why I'm gonna use a pen. And then, because we're at home and we can really use our supplies, I have 1, 2, 3 paintbrushes. They're all about the same size. I have 3 paintbrushes. Finally, I have paint and my 3 primary colors. Red, yellow, and blue. So red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors, and that means that all the other colors are made out of them. We can't mix any colors to get these colors. We have to start with these. We start with primary. All right, so let's set up our wheel that we're going to use. Excuse me. I'm going to use the circle along with a writing pencil, and I'm just going to trace it like it's a metal inset. So I'm going to hold it down and trace all the way around. Circle. It's not perfect. That's okay. Now I'm going to use my triangle. This is a type of triangle called an equilateral triangle. Can you say that at home? Equilateral. That means its sides are all equal or the same. So let me show you something kind of cool about equilateral triangles and circles. This triangle actually fits perfectly inside the circle. I can line it up so that one corner touches, each of the 3 corners of the triangle touch the edge of the circle. So first, I'm going to trace it so it's pointing away from me, okay? So one of the points is pointing away from me towards you, and I'm going to trace it just like that metal inset. Okay, and this is what it looks like. To me, it looks like this. It's got a triangle and it's pointed up. Okay, now, let me turn it back around. Now I'm gonna take that same triangle and I'm gonna turn it so that now it's pointed down. Okay, so I pointed up first, now I'm pointing down. And one more time, I'm gonna trace it. I think it is so cool that equilateral triangles can fit inside a circle like this. All right, there we go. I traced my triangle pointing up and pointing down. What this does for us is this actually shows us where we're going to put our colors. Because let's count how many triangle points we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is exactly the number we need. All right, so now let's start out by putting our primary colors on. You can put these in any order on here that you want to, but the important thing is that you start with one of the points on the top and you do the ones that are connected in that triangle. Let me show you what I mean. And here at home, I have these little tubes, and it's really easy for me to just put a little dot on there. At your house, you might need to find another way to do that, but what you want to do is get just a little dot on there, okay? So I'm gonna do a dot of red, a dot of yellow, and making sure to screw it back on each time because I don't want any accidents. And then a dot of blue. So now I have my 3 primary colors on here. Do you see how they're each at the tip of one of the triangles? Okay, now I'm going to take my first paintbrush. I'm going to hold it just like a pencil, and I'm going to spread out that dot of paint that I put on. And I want it to be about like a circle. If you were doing this at home on your own, you really could choose whichever shape you want. I want mine to be just kind of like a circle, like spread out. Now, because I have 3 paintbrushes, I don't have to wash this yet. I'm gonna carefully put it to the side so it still has some red paint on it. I'll take my second paintbrush and do my next color, yellow. Red, yellow, and blue are my primary colors, so yellow. Okay, I'm gonna carefully put my yellow paintbrush to the side. And last paintbrush, gotta use it for blue. By the way, guys, I see that there are a couple of thumbs up, but because I'm recording this right now, I wanna go all the way through the lesson and then I can take questions at the end, okay? So hold those questions and those comments. I'm gonna set that to the side. All right, here's my beginning. Red, blue, and yellow are my primary colors. Now we get to mix them. So for mixing the colors, let's start with red. I am gonna put a small dot of red here and here. So they're the corners of the triangles that are next to the red dot. Just a little, kind of like before, just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, now I'm gonna do that with yellow. I'm gonna put some yellow here and some yellow here. So on both sides of my yellow spot. And when I'm touching it to here, I'm being careful not to get red paint onto my tube because I want my tube to stay one color. But I just put it right next to that red dot. Here's what I mean. I just put it right next to it. All right, so I got red, yellow. Last primary color, gotta do that blue. So I'm gonna do blue on this side of the dot and over here. Okay. Now it's gonna start making sense why we didn't clean off these brushes earlier. All right, so now we get to mix colors on the paper. I'm gonna start with this one, red and yellow. So I can choose either my red paintbrush or my yellow paintbrush. I'm gonna choose my red paintbrush. And now I'm just gonna mix them together on the paper like this. And it gives me a new color. If you're following along, what color is that? It's orange, that's right. Red and yellow together make orange. Awesome. Okay, now I'm gonna set that to the side and I'm gonna do my yellow and blue next. So I can use my yellow paintbrush or my blue paintbrush. I'm gonna use this yellow one. You guys notice how I'm holding my paintbrush like a pencil? And I'm not smashing it, I'm doing it really lightly. That's all you need to do. Just spread it around. Oh, which color did I get this time? That's right, it's green. Very cool. Okay, last one. What color do you think this will make? I bet many of you at home know. I have blue and red. I'm gonna use my last paintbrush, my blue paintbrush, and I'm gonna mix these together. To get purple. Awesome. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. The colors of the rainbow. All in a wheel. This is called a color wheel. I'm going to teach you one more thing before I go. We talked about primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Those are primary. The colors that we mixed have a name called secondary colors. They come second. Orange, green, and purple are all secondary colors. Pretty cool, huh? So I really hope that you guys will try that at home and you'll show me what you come up with. Now I saw that oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna do it on camera because I really value your time, but I'm gonna make sure I clean out my brushes, that I rub them and give them a massage under the water so that they're nice and clean and I can use them again next time. Now I see that Thomas